Coming up on today's Code Bet Daily, we're looking at some NBA, NBL, some futures, all the good gear, player props, game picks, best bets. Stats guy, what have you got?
I'm looking at an all-time great in the Champions League and some NBL playoffs.
What about you, Alex?
Champions League and a run scorer in the T20 Women's World Cup tonight.
You'll love to see it. All the good stuff. Codebet.com.au. This is Code Bet Daily. It's also a podcast. It's really good. All right, welcome to Code Bet Daily. It is Tuesday, February 14. I hope you got in with your Valentine's Day presents. I really do, because, I don't know, somebody might have been sweating on that today. Might have been me. Anyway, this is episode 50, raising the bat for the half ton. You love to see that. Still haven't gotten fired. Touch wood.
Yeah, that's
yeah, we'll take that.
We've made 50 episodes.
Made 50.
Yes.
Love it. I'm your host, Jaymz Clements. I'm the editor of a very good website we call Code Bet, because that's the entire thing that we're doing here, isn't it? Code Bet Daily. It says it on the tin. Joined, as always, by the pontiffs of punting. We've got Stats Guy over there, Liam McAllion.
How are we? Pleasure to be here to raise the bat for episode 50.
Still recovering from the Super Bowl live stream yesterday. And Alex Donnelly as well, another Code Bet content creator. Alex, what's going on?
Yeah, not a lot. Just enjoying getting your bank account shut down by the bank for a apparent fraudulent transaction that you did yourself. How good is life?
That's what you get for creating and doing fraud, I guess. That's it. Code Fraud Daily. Code Convicts Daily. I don't know. Either way, we're going to look at some player props, game picks, and best bets for today, tomorrow, whatever. And I've got some really good ones, actually. I really enjoy this one today. I'm looking at some straight-ahead NBA gear, including a bit of I'm going to throw in an MVP pick again, just like some of these markets, the way they're opening up. And basically some NBA for today, tomorrow. And that'll be it for me. What have you got there, Liam?
Yeah, I'm looking at the UEFA Champions League, which starts again tomorrow, over Wednesday and Thursday morning, and then a bit of NBL, which is the playoffs starting again tomorrow night. Yeah.
Awesome. I think Alex is going to go punch his desk some more, so that's good. What are you looking at there, Alex?
That and some Champions League action. Can't wait for it to be back. Obviously, best club competition in the world, bar none.
Round of 16.
This is an actual real world championship, unlike your Super Bowl junk. So I had to get that drive-by in.
So you mean Champions League, where it's literally limited to club comps around the world, and mostly Europe, though, isn't it? So... but when you say World Series, it's like, Europe. But that's fine. That's fine.
Or, America. America only. And not only
America World Champions.
Not all of the states. It's a bit, I don't know how you're world champions there. That's another rant.
Yeah, America undefeated world champions of the Super Bowl for 57 years running. Right.
Shout out to the owners who make it all about them and get the trophy first.
That is weird and creepy.
That is weird.
Yeah, it is. I think you might have heard us on the live stream yesterday saying that the weird, creepy Kansas City owner is definitely not weird or creepy looking in the least. He doesn't look at all weird or creepy.
Good on him.
Yeah, more power to him for not looking at all weird or creepy. Right. Tomorrow is very simple. Player prop for me. We have the Bucks taking on the Celtics. A massive, massive game, because this is two of the top teams in the East. In fact, the top two teams in the East.
Teams.
Giannis against the Celtics. He loves going hammer and tongs against Boston. Boston don't have Jaylen Brown with his facial fracture. They've sort of been a little bit, dippy here and there when it comes to their defense as well. So I expect Giannis to have a big game. I think 35-plus points, 15-plus rebounds, and away you go. You think about the Boston rebounding as well. Especially when you don't have big guards out there like Brown and co. You've got Horford, who spends a lot of time on the perimeter. You do, Time Lord has sort of been in and out of the rotation as well. Dealing with his own little injuries. So go the Giannis over on both the rebounds and the points. He could very easily drop a 50 and 20 on this team, I think, tomorrow. But it's going to be awesome to see he and Tatum go up against each other. So thing is, obviously with NBA markets, it's a bit tough to actually get dollar figures out there for you a day ahead of time, because they just decide.
They sometimes don't rock up.
Yeah. 20 minutes before or nothing. You're like, okay, geez, tough scenes. But there you go, 35 plus, 12 plus, maybe 15 plus rebounds if you really want to go hard for Giannis. I love that tomorrow. I love that spot for him. Stats guy, what have you got?
Yeah, as Alex was talking about, the best competition in the world for soccer, bar the World Cup. We've got the Champions League back again tomorrow. So I'm looking at AC Milan versus Tottenham Hotspur. AC Milan have been in really good form, won their last two Champions League games. There's been a lot of talk around Tottenham over the last few months, just been out of form in the Premier League and haven't looked as good. So I'm looking at AC Milan goal scorer Olivier Giroud. So we love talking about him for France during the World Cup. He's France's all-time leading goal scorer. He's 36 now, and he's still absolutely killing it. He's got 15 goal contributions in all competitions for Milan, and he's got 3 goals in his last 2 Champions League games. I just love him. He's just acrobatic. If you put it anywhere near his head, he's going to do a scissor kick. He uses his big head to get a header, so I really like him. Spurs across there, what have I got here? They're extremely out of form. They've conceded 2 or more goals 3 times in the last month, and I just think, AC Milan, a bit too classy. Giroud's going to score a goal, I think. So Giroud, $3.25 on your lower end of goal scorers because he's the striker, but he's just amazing. They're going to get into the box plenty of times to him. So, good bet.
Dig it. Awesome. That's a really good one. So this is the round of 16 in the Champions League as well.
Yes, so it's getting
Leg 1.
Getting to the pointy end, and it's all the good teams. It's so good looking at those lineups going, each of these games is rad.
Yeah, like you could go through any one of them and go, this is world class.
Club Brugge, Benfica is a bit on the nose. But
they got some good players, yeah.
They do. I mean, Benfica, they're still the best team in Portugal, but still.
Yes. Not as big as some of the other ones, but yeah.
Anyway, speaking of which, Alex, what have you got? Which game are you looking at?
Yeah, I'm looking at PSG and Bayern Munich. Should be an awesome game, really, with 2 of the best teams in the world. One, obviously, bought being the best in the world, if that makes sense. Basically,
I think they both
a lot
have
of money, but not a lot of success. But Bayern Munich, a lot of success, not as much money. They don't pay a lot of money. They like a lot of free transfers and a couple of cheapies there. They're really good at that. Having a look at Mbappe, first goal scorer, he is back. He didn't play over the weekend in League One. PSG got belted 3-1 by Monaco.
Really?
But they were without Mbappe and Messi there. So their form tiny bit shaky going into this. But he's the kind of player that, again, like we talked about in the World Cup, he's going to throw this team on his back. He's got a better team with PSG than he does at, the international level of France. And it seems so mind-boggling that this PSG team has such a horrendous record in the Champions League. Like, since the tar money has come in, shall we say, they've made the semi-finals. I think it was once. I wrote about it a few weeks ago, and it's like, round of 16, quarterfinals. It's just like they get to here and like, oh God, what do we do? And they just don't know how to go on with it. So Mbappe to throw him on the shoulders. First goal scorer, $5. Over 3.5 goals for the game, $2.25. The attacks of these two teams is awesome. Bayern have belted 59 goals in the Bundesliga this season. PSG 55 in their league so far. And I'm tipping PSG to win the game on the back of Mbappe scoring the first goal. They need to win this game well to actually try and qualify for the next round, because hopefully they have a 2 or 3 goal advantage going into the rematch over in Munich in a couple of weeks' time, because as we know, Bayern at home is very, very dangerous.
Dig it.
Nice.
So
I like that.
I like that your player prop bet just turned into this is the entire game broken down.
Why not? A few more bets. I don't mind.
You're going to jump on it.
I like it.
My game pick
rules.
All right. My game picks, easy one for tomorrow. I'm going Suns Kings. This is a fun one.
It is, yeah.
Suns have traded half their team to go get Kevin Durant, who is injured. So you're going to remember.
I forgot he's injured. Yeah,
that's it, right? So you trade
it's a bit
half,
risky, isn't it? Yeah.
Basically, 2 starters that you've traded. You've traded Michael Bridges, Cam Johnson to go get Kevin Durant. And you're like,
he's
going to play this time. Hang on,
we're just going to chill.
That seems really dumb.
Not really. I mean,
he's not out for too long. Right?
It was only. It's not a serious injury either. It's just going to take him a little while to get back. He'll be back after the All-Star break, presumably. I don't think there's a timetable on it yet, but in the short term, it means that you've got a weird Suns rotation where it's like Chris Paul, Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, and not a lot else. So it's a lot of Rock'em Sock'em Jock'em Landale. And I love this one for the over because I think the last 5 Sacramento games have hit the over in their total points. This is a 235 point line. Basically, that's I think we've seen the Kings drop like 130 just out of nowhere, no hassles. So even if you get the 130, 120 sort of game and they win it by 10, the Suns will just go, right, well, we're going to try to keep up. Off they go. They can score at will. Booker could have 50 in this as well, just in terms of Sacramento's defense. I don't trust that. But this is one of the best scoring teams in the NBA against another one who can really light it up. I love the over. I'm going that. Let's do it, especially that 234, which doesn't feel like a giant stretch for any Sacramento game. So, because you think about
they love to score,
115, 116 sort of thing, and you've hit it. So, Nice
Awesome.
one. Stats guy, what are you looking at?
Yeah, some more basketball, but the NBL playoffs. So the first 3-game series starts tomorrow night with the Sydney Kings and the Cairns Taipans.
We've already got one that started. There was the what was it? Tassie versus
Is that 3-game series already started? Oh, okay.
Tassie versus
This is the
Breakers
first
already
game.
started. So
My bad.
One job, stats guy.
This is the first game of this series. There we go.
This series, that's
I know
right.
that for a fact.
The other one had to hightail it out of Auckland ahead of the Hurricanes.
That's right. Yes, I forgot about that. Okay, so yeah, first game of this series for Sydney Kings versus Cairns Taipans. So Sydney Kings are on top. They were really consistent all year, but the Cairns Taipans were one of only 2 teams that were undefeated against them. So I think Cairns, you can get them at $3.40 or something, but I really like them at the line to keep this close. I know they've beaten them twice this year. They've got really good defense, ranked as the 3rd best defense in the competition. They can really match them on offense, and a lot of people are just backing the Kings to go all the way. But I think Cairns will put up a good fight here and possibly could even win the series. So I really like Cairns plus 6.5, which is the line's pretty high, I reckon, for a team that's had a really good season. $1.92 on BetR. You've got DJ Hogg, who I was looking at. Has had a great season. He's averaging 18 and 6. Had 27 last time he played against the Kings. He's just really good on offense, really quick at that forward position. So I really like Cairns, and I think the odds should be a lot closer than they are, just because I think Kings have a really good record at home, but Cairns have beaten them there already this season and might be able to get close again.
That's a good point. I think Cairns as well were like the second best away team in the NBL as well.
Oh, there
right?
you go. Yes.
It was like New Zealand were the best away team. Cairns were second at like 10-4.
And Cairns is also a bit better form as well, yeah.
That's it. So I think Cairns are also the Kings are also, I think, 10-4 at home. So it's like it's a pretty tight matchup, and it's weird that it's actually.
I'm surprised the line is that
heavily weighted to Sydney. So.
I thought it could even be like a 1.5 line or.
It should be like at max. I would have thought like 3.5, 4.5. So you're getting 6.5.
I'm happy with that line, and you get $1.92.
Nice one, Alex. What are you thinking for your game tips picks?
I'm looking at another Champions League game. I'm looking at the one Stats Guy talked about earlier with AC Milan versus Tottenham. AC Milan to qualify, first of all, from the 2 legs, $2.30. They're actually the underdog in this. As Stats Guy said, Tottenham, really average form. The 1 week, we're going to beat Manchester City. Next week, we're going to get smashed off the park by Leicester.
Yeah, who are in relegation battle. What's going on?
Hugo Lloris out for 6 weeks due to an injury, so no goalkeeper, kind of not ideal. And Rodrigo Bentancur over the weekend did his ACL, and he's been Tottenham's best midfielder all season. So that's, again, throw that one in the not ideal category, having, one of the best goalkeepers in the world and your best midfielder gone for the next 8 weeks. Milan had been a bit shaky with their form as well. They'd lost their last 3 leading into this weekend. But they got past Torino, who are below them by a couple of spots on the ladder. But when you look at the Serie A table at the moment, Napoli is just an absolute mile in front.
Oh, they're awesome,
in the title race. But 2nd to 5th, there's like 3 points separating them all. So it's a real tight race there. So, they're 5th. No, they're like 3 points from 2nd. So they're actually going all right. Great attacking side, as we talked about. Stats guy said, obviously, Olivier Giroud. They've also got the man Zlatan. Big Zlatan could come out, Champions League. Like, that's it. This is his time. So really looking forward to actually this game, because I think Tottenham could get blown off the park, and Milan to win to nil at $4 really entices me, given the way that the breakdown in the midfield could really affect Tottenham, getting that ball from defence and then transferring it obviously onto Kane and Son, who seems to be out of form as well. So really not liking the vibes out of London at the moment.
Like it. That's awesome.
That. Yeah, I've got really
like that nil bet as well. Interesting. Right. Best bets for today / tomorrow. It's basically tomorrow, isn't it? Mine's pretty straightforward. Loving this. I already mentioned that Kings-Suns game. I'm going to also go with the Kings. But, Jimmy, they're in Phoenix. Yeah, don't care. Give me the Kings. I'm all about it.
I like that.
I've already mentioned in terms of the perimeter attack and the perimeter defense for your Suns is going to be in struggle town. So if you're not able to contain the sort of drives of Darren Fox, or as we call him, Diazza Fox, or the Souvlaki King, Domantas Sabonis on the inside, I mean, just try to contain them. It's a bit tough. They don't have wildly awesome perimeter scorers there in Sacramento, but Keegan Murray, the rookie, can drop 8 threes on your head without looking. So if you don't have somebody to sort of cover him pretty nicely, he can go off. Harrison Barnes can sort of do some damage as well. I just really like the Kings in this spot a lot.
I love the Kings, yeah.
So the craziest part is they're underdogs. It's because, look, they're playing Phoenix. We all understand that Phoenix are good, but Phoenix don't have Kevin Durant. They don't have a wing attack. And the Kings, I think, are 16-11 on the road this season against the spread. That's third best in the NBA. Also, they're third in the West, Sacramento. They're awesome. They're 32-24. They're just sort of tough. They're kind of sneaky. They can drop points on literally anybody. The Suns team they've looked better since they got Booker back, obviously. They just feel still a little bit wobbly to me. And to get 3 points, it's like 2.5, I think, with BetR, or 3 points with Bet365. I'm all over that. So I'm jumping on the Kings tomorrow, plus 2.5, plus 3. Boom. And I think, as I mentioned, that over is pretty handy. And if you want a head-to-head multi tomorrow, same vibes. I think that Bucks-Celtics game is pretty interesting. I might go the Celtics. The Magic play, I think the Magic are on a back-to-back tomorrow. I might change that one. I just had that realization.
Yeah,
they're playing Toronto. I'm going with Toronto in that one as the head-to-head.
Nice.
And Warriors, I believe they host the Clippers. Or no, they're in LA. That's a weird one. I'm going to go the Clippers in that one too, because I think the Warriors will be on a back-to-back. But the Blazers host the Wizards, which again is a tricky one because
it's not easy.
Look, the Wizards are sneakily okay. And I think with the Blazers playing the Lakers today, it might be a good little Wizards pickup. So if you can get them at the line, you might have like this weird sort of fun, wonky, bizarre head-to-head multi there with that sort of Wizards, Clippers, who did I say against the Magic? Toronto. And whoever you kind of like out of that Celtics-Bucks game.
Celtics.
It's probably Celtics. Like, I think Giannis might go off, but we know that Boston can sort of contain him to a degree, or at least they can beat his team, right? Like, he might have 50 and 20, but we've seen time and time again that the Celtics just beat the Bucks. And I think it'd be a really, really good game. Celtics win that one tight, which is why I'm going head-to-head on each of them. So there you go. There's a 4-leg multi for you tomorrow.
Kind of
like it. I changed 3 of them as I was talking it out. So good to see. What are your best bets for today, tomorrow there, Stats Guy?
Yeah, we're going back to the Champions League. Start us off. We've both talked up AC Milan a lot, Alex and I, in this podcast. So I really like them against Spurs. I literally wrote down the same as Alex. Lloris and Bentancur are out, really big outs. They've just got great attackers in great form. Then I'm going to have a look at Benfica over Club Brugge. Benfica just have a lot of good youth and pace. They seem to have a great academy, and they always sell players for heaps and heaps. I think a few great players like Fernandes that Chelsea just got came from Benfica. So they seem to have a great youth and should easily beat Bruges. So I'm taking them head-to-head as well. Then I'm taking Borussia Dortmund or draw against Chelsea. I love my team Chelsea, but I just can't back us at the moment to get a win. We've actually had a pretty solid defense, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is a draw. But you got Borussia Dortmund and Jude Bellingham, who's one of the best players in the world at the moment. So, yeah, they could easily get a win. But I'll take them at the double chance, Borussia Dortmund or draw to end the multi. So 6.44 with AC Milan head-to-head, Benfica head-to-head, and Borussia Dortmund double chance.
The double chance knocks that down a little bit, doesn't it, that multi, just because you've got
a little bit, yeah, because the odds are really close with Chelsea and Dortmund, but I like them, more at home, but just can't trust either team. Chelsea have a good team on paper that could easily pull one out of the bag, but so I'll take the double chance.
Could they?
I think really? The thing is, we're going to change it. I know I'm being probably biased, but it's going to switch at some point just because of the quality they have in the team. But we'll see.
It dead set switched over the weekend. Did you not watch the game before you got screwed by VAR?
We didn't win though.
But it's happening. If you watch the game,
that's my point.
It's happened. You're about to rocket up the table.
I hope so. We'll see.
There you go. Alex is putting all his money on Chelsea. Right, and Alex, what's your best bet match game thing for tomorrow?
Yeah, so I've got actually a multi and then just a singular best bet. The multi is it's a Champions League one as well, and with a bit of cricket thrown in. PSG to beat Bain, AC Milan to win, and I am tipping Chelsea to beat Dortmund. I think it switched over the weekend. The combination of Fernandes and João Felix is going to be dynamite.
It did look good on the weekend.
For Chelsea, it looked really good. And India to smash us in the cricket because, well, we saw what happened.
Is that the bet? India to smash.
Yeah, that's not the cricket bet. That's just part of the multi. That multi is 27.73 with Ladbrokes.
Oh,
also,
really?
The T20 Women's World Cup is on at the moment. And at 4 a.m., Australia are playing Bangladesh. We're $1.01 to win, and we probably will smoke them. Ideally, for this bet, we do bat first, as I'm tipping Beth Mooney, most runs at $3.25. She got snapped up for $350,000 last night in the WPL auction. Shout out to I think it was 14 Australian women got picked up.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah,
awesome for that. I'm looking forward to watching that. But yeah, Beth Mooney, awesome batsman, left-handed, averages bang on 40 in T20 international cricket. Absolute gun. Her and Alyssa Healy opened the batting together. It's just one of the deadliest combinations in world cricket. I mean, the Australian women are defending champions of literally everything right now. So looking forward to seeing Beth Mooney strut her stuff over in South Africa. High score of 117, not out. She could really pile on some runs against let's be honest, an outclassed Bangladesh as their program sort of isn't up to what the Australians women's one is as of yet. But B Mooney, most runs, 325.
Awesome.
Nice. Love it.
That's a good one. All right, there you go. Co-Bet Daily done for today. Hope you followed along with the Super Bowl live stream. You can check out all the other betting analysis and comparisons on all the good stuff at cobet.com.au. We'll be back on deck tomorrow, so get right around the show. Subscribe on your podcast app, like, review, and star it. Check us a follow on the old socials as well. You can go back and watch that live stream on them too. Facey, IG, Twitter, TikTok, all the good stuff. Send in any questions. We'll get right around them. And I think that might be it. Thank you, Stats Guy.
Thank you.
The star performer yesterday, I think, at the Super Bowl. And Alex, thank you as well for bailing early before you saw everything fall apart. That was good.
Yeah, that absolute genius. I've actually got to go prepare dinner for my lovely girlfriend tonight. I'm doing a nice thing.
Nice one.
Nice.
And, thanks to Gerald for producing. As always, he did an amazing job at the Super Bowl live stream all day.
Absolutely.
Working himself to the bone. He was awesome. So thank you, Gerald Dino, an absolute superstar. And, of course, all the other support staff and folks that we had there at the Super Bowl party.
Shout out to Homie.
Leo, all the dudes.
All killing it, yeah.
And, of course, everyone who came, because we had a great time. If you want to go back and see how great, you can watch the live stream.
There were some very, very angry fans late if you want to skip towards that controversial holding call. Oh.
Yeah,
language warning too.
very, very much so. I think for most of it. But anyway,
90% of it.
And thanks to me for doing 4.5 hours of live streaming yesterday. Jeez, I'm ruined today. That and all the beers. Anyway, what do we say, Stats Guy?
Gamble responsibly.
Love it. All right, may all your picks come in. Happy punting. We'll catch you tomorrow. Go Bet Daily. Out.